done.
All right. So, yeah, you were discussing possibly going back to Barovia.
Yes.
We can do that.
Yeah. There's a lovely barkeep that you have to meet, Rictavio.
Oh, can't say I've been through the village, so, what, busty woman or something?
Uh, no. It's just, it's actually a man, but he's got a great personality.
I see. Sounds like an interesting enough fellow.
Yes.
Well, shall we?
Sure.
And could I perhaps enlist your assistance? Looking over at Yoan.
Yeah, no problem. And I turn into a horse.
Okay.
A warhorse?
A draft horse.
A war horse.
All right. And so after a few minutes of getting everything situated and affixed just so, Yoan, the draft horse, is ready to, pull the carriage, or, the wagon, I should say, back to the village of Barovia.
And since I guess I know where it is, I can just lead myself.
Yeah, that you can.
I look at Yoan after he turns into a horse. I say, "Can you understand me still?"
Can I understand him still?
Yes.
I nod.
I look at Melkar. That's awesome. Can you talk?
I shake my head.
Wait,
I reach over tentatively and scratch Yoan behind the ears.
I whack you with my head.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I will go and, I guess, are the kids riding inside with the tiger?
Their first choice is kind of on the front seat with Rictavio, if that's at all manageable.
Okay.
Which
I will.
bit of a tight squeeze, but yeah, they make it work.
So is the tiger back in the thing?
Yeah, as you're all getting packed up and ready to go, the tiger is led back into the kind of main chamber of the wagon.
I guess I'll go back there with him. And
Okay.
since I'm just like a little guy, can I just ride on top of you, Yoan? Give them more room?
I'm already carrying quite a bit.
You guys have to carry my weight anyway.
oh wait, you can talk through mine, can't you?
Yeah. Well, not the normal animals, but Yoan can speak a language and his intelligence is high enough.
Anyways, if you try to get on me, I won't let you.
No. I'll sit on top of the wagon if I have to.
Okay, it's a bit precarious, but yeah, you're probably able to find a spot up there.
I yell out, Rictavio, you really should think about making this a convertible. Let your tiger get some light.
Not sure what that means.
I'll explain later.
All right. And at this point, again, it's kind of hard to tell because you can never really get a clear line of sight on the sun here in Barovia, but it seems to be getting a bit later in the day by the time you embark back on the road. You know from prior experience, you'll probably not make it all the way to the village before dark. And, well, probably realizing that as you're embarking, I suppose it's only fair to let you plan and determine
Stay
what you would
watch.
like to do.
Since I can see in the dark.
How much
Okay.
farther away is it?
You are... Okay, so from, like, the journey from Valaki to the village of Barovia, I would say this windmill is about a quarter of the way to your destination.
Actually, do you have the map?
I do, in fact.
I can kind of plot out what we've got.
So you are here.
Okay.
Oh, let me zoom out.
Yes.
You are here.
I can't zoom out.
Give it a
See where
second.
we are.
Alright, and then... Oh, shit, Barovia's... So it's a horse path, right? Like the little hash marks. That's like all a
Okay.
path.
Where are we?
The path is the red.
Yeah. So it's like the little red lines, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Where are we? Okay.
Yeah, and we want to go way the hell over here. No, that's... Well, actually...
Where it's labeled Barovia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, actually... Strahd's place really isn't that far.
But we have kids. Drop them off first.
Drop them off
Well,
where?
I'm not saying anything.
You can drop me off at Strahd's place.
Should we go back to... shit. Rictavio, do you... Is it probably... It's probably a bad idea for us to be out here at night. Right?
Well, no worse than it would be to be in Castle Ravenloft at night.
Oh. You think we could hit Barovia even just traveling at night? I know there's supposed to be spooky things out here in the woods at night.
Well, it would certainly draw a bit more attention to us were we making our way along the path in a wagon with a horse and all of these personal effects rattling around. Probably the safest plan would be to find some reasonably secluded place off to the side of the road and make camp for the evening, but well, I'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
So we ride until dark and then make camp?
Yeah. Do you know of a place?
Well, there is a large gate that we should reach this gate before we reach the fork that could lead us to either Ravenloft or Barovia. By my estimation, we would likely be losing the sun around that time anyway, so well, camping in the shadow of a structure certainly couldn't hurt.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Alright. And, yeah. I mean, I guess this whole time, Yoan's probably been going, right? Because,
Yeah.
you can hear and understand what's going on.
I'm watching from the top.
Okay. Yeah. So, anything you'd like to do, say, whatever, as you're making your way from the windmill to the gate?
No, I'm just going to kind of being in there, just sing, just nothing too, intense, just writing music,
Alright. And then, see. Yoan and Malkar, being that you are not walled in at this point in time, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Oh, Melkar just did, didn't he?
Is that what that one was for? Or?
I mean, that was,
I was
he
for
was
keeping
keeping
watch while on top.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll do it again if you want.
No, it's fine. So as you're kind of making your way down the hill away from the windmill and back toward the main road, you do see as you near the road itself, there is an old wooden signpost that's been toppled over, seemingly run over by probably a carriage or something, that seems to have at one point pointed up toward the windmill. And it just reads, Old Bone Grinder. So,
Wait, where is that at?
just a signpost at the side of the road seems to have at one point pointed toward the windmill.
Oh,
But, yeah. So, you make your way back to the main road and follow the curves around the kind of light rolling foothills in which you find yourselves through a brief stretch of woods, and before too long, you do find yourselves at a rather large gate. It just kind of stands there, almost looking a bit out of place. The gates themselves still wide open, as they were last time you passed through. Um, but as Rictavio predicted, you do seem to be in the last few minutes of what would pass for daylight here in Barovia. And so he, knowing better than to use any sort of crop or whip or anything, just sort of shouts down to Yoan, I think this is the place to make camp.
I pull up to the side of the road and stop.
Alright. And, yeah, standing there kind of in the shadow, so to speak, of the large gates, Rictavio disembarks and begins trying to pull together some loose kindling and get a fire going, though certainly trying to keep it as concealed as possible. He kind of retreats to a little alcove of sorts that's seems to have been almost worn into the wall of the one of the gate towers. And after a few minutes of him kind of scrambling to get a fire going, you do see a faint glow emanating from this little alcove where he's set himself up.
Is he within... Shit. Like, 100 feet of me?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna message him and say, Hey Rictavio, should we let the tiger out to guard us?
Well, I suppose that could work quite well. Have to make sure I've got some food for him. He kind of gets up and rummages around through his many packs that he seems to have kind of loaded up in the wagon. And he does pull out kind of dubiously old-looking cut of meat, but, you know, ends up opening the wagon and feeding it to the tiger, who scarfs it down with no complaints, and yeah, just sort of follows Rictavio around upon being let out.
Oh, okay. I walk over to Melkar and I say, yeah, I feel quite a bit safer with around the tiger.
What, am I not good enough?
No, it's nothing about that. It's just I feel a lot safer with that tiger around.
It's not you. It's just it's him.
Could show you scarier things later on.
I kind of glance at him and cast message and say, maybe. And then I'll walk over to Yoan as a horse.
As well, when people unharnessed me, I became not a horse.
Oh, okay. I will walk over to Yoan. And just kind of stand by Yoan. Just awkwardly stand there, that's all.
I turned around and awkwardly look at him, awkwardly being there.
So what do we do?
Make camp?
Right. I don't know how.
I'm gonna cast this.
All right.
There we go. Problem solved.
Camp made.
What?
I have a spell that makes a camp for me.
that's fucking sweet.
It is awesome. It's like the
awesome.
feast, but a camp instead.
Yeah.
I'll tell Ron 1 second and I'll start my ritual. Oh, 10 minutes. Then I go find some food and stuff.
Do we need anything to be identified? I could do that in the meantime while we're all just sitting around.
I don't think I have anything.
What's your
Here, identify these dream pastries.
Right, yeah, I'll identify that, and then afterwards, I remembered I got those, jewelry in that bed. After identifying a dream pastry, I'll do that, the
I just
jewelry.
want to see if there's anything magical about a dream pastry.
Is Rictavio pretty surprised that like the camp just gets set up?
Yeah, he's still kind of like nursing his little tiny fire that he had gotten going. He like comes out, probably about to go forage for more, and just sees this like full-on campsite sprawled out in front of him, like right next to his wagon.
And that there's just a pile of wood sitting next to him.
Yeah, he just kind of scratches his head and looks back at the little alcove where he had set up and shrugs and kind of just has a seat by the fire out here.
Here, Octavio, here's some marshmallows.
Wait, did he actually get a fire going and he just left it unattended?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna have my things make a fire since he already made one.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah. He'll use his fire.
His fire's all the way over there. Hey, Melkar, I got an idea.
What?
You should control flame, and we'll just, like, pick up the fire and move it over here.
I have to spread it, I can't pick it up. Although I could put it out as I go, but what's the fun in that?
Yeah.
Is it within 60 feet?
No, you would probably actually have to get up.
Aww.
Well, we'd have to get up, go get it, and then bring it over here.
Like, or I could just put it out and make a new fire.
But what's the fun in that?
Yoan just sits down.
I'll get up to within 60 feet of it, and then start spreading the fire over it.
I'm helping him. I'm Eldritch, like, leaf blowering, just to kind of give it some, air. Like, it's like blowing air on a fire.
Okay. Let's see. Given that this is essentially a casting from Malkar, go ahead and make a. Let's see. Your casting stat is charisma, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Charisma check.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay. Yeah, you managed to essentially move the fire over without incident. Nothing gets out of control or runs away on you. So
I look at
Yeah.
Yoan and have a very smug look on my face and say, "See, nothing bad happened."
Okay.
I couldn't have just made a giant lion fire.
you could.
That's what I was going for.
All right. So scratch that. There is a line of fire from the gate tower all the way to a patch right around where the wagon is.
I'll put the fire out as it goes through.
Okay.
Using water and soil.
All right.
Oh, okay. You got it. And I'll come through afterward, you know, just either Prestidigitation or Eldritch Blast, Leaf Blower, just drying off the dirt. As the water and dirt go over, I'm just kind of coming over top, just cleaning the dirt.
Me too. Think of the dirt flying off and the fire coming back.
No. I'm just trying to dry off the dirt.
He's trying to dry off the dirt.
I'm being helpful, alright?
Yoan just gives up at that moment in his life.
Did you say that aloud?
I say that he is cleaning the ground.
All right. So, yeah, having made camp and then moved part of camp, what else would you guys like to do this evening?
I'm gonna pull out a dream pastry and start eating it.
I'm gonna go and slap it out of his hand.
Damn. Okay.
But like, you were attacked by the creatures that made that. Do you really want to eat it? It could be poisonous.
If it's the same thing as what we had before, it's not.
How do you know it is the same thing?
Is it currently on the ground?
Did it taste like the same thing?
Yeah, from the little nibble you got, and yeah, I guess it would be on the ground if it got slapped out of his hand.
Picking it up in prestidigitation, taking a bite, and handing it off to Ron before I pass out.
I say, see, he's got the right idea. I take one bite, throw the rest of it off into the woods, and I will go lay down before I pass the fuck out, too.
All right. Anything
Alexa-
Yoan would like to do?
Surrounded by idiots.
I'm curious, would one bite put you to sleep, or do you have to eat like a majority of it?
It would probably have some effect.
Alright. I accept whatever it is.
I already accepted it, too.
I'm waiting for Ron and Malkar to fall asleep.
Okay. It's not very long before they fall asleep, and you hear them both snoring.
I'm going to go through Ron's pack and find all his dream pastries.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, just barely.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to kind of root through Ron's pack and pull all the dream pastries you can find.
You find
Um,
11 dream pastries.
I'm going to walk over to the original fire pit and light a fire and burn the dream pastries with a cloth over my nose so I don't inhale the fumes.
Okay.
I have removed my 11 dream pastries.
Can I be like the movie Little Nicky, and while I'm snoring, instead of just snoring, I like speak in tongues in my sleep?
Sure.
Uh, I wake up at some point in the night and just roll a black grass joint.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yep.
Not realizing that your dream pastries have disappeared. Because you're wrong.
Yep.
I am currently speaking a deep speech.
Okay. Anything else Yoan would like to do before bed?
No. Well, he'll talk to Rictavio and ask him about watches.
Well, he volunteers to take first watch.
Okay.
And from that point on, he's not sure, who should go up next. I mean, given that you're conscious, you might make sense.
You can wake me up.
All right. He agrees to do that after a few hours. Okay. And, anything else?
I'm good.
You heard my nope.
I did now.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, you all kind of drift off to sleep, some more easily than others. And, yeah, there are certainly some vivid dreams being had this evening. Ron, you, of course, drift off into a nice, peaceful sleep after a long day. And amidst the usual psychedelic trips that tend to make up your dreams anyway, you fantasize about being back on stage with the band. You find yourself looking out at a crowd jammed into some inn or massive longhouse somewhere. Your guitar player is just finishing up his solo, and you break back into the really catchy bridge part that everybody sings along with.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Yep.
It's kind of cold in that venue, though.
Ooh.
The innkeeper really should do a better job maintaining the fire.
Yeah.
Flash forward to the after party, and you've had 1 drink, 2 drinks, 3. It's kind of a blur. But eventually, after a nice long rest, you wake up feeling quite refreshed and surprisingly comfortable. Like you're still coming down off a high a little bit. If maybe a little homesick for your old touring wagon.
Yeah. All right.
Melkar and Yoan have something of a different experience. As each of you settle in for the evening, the chill of the Barovian night air seems to really take hold deep in your bones. Even being able to sleep around this fire and having some modicum of safety and security, knowing that you've got someone watching out for you.
You know, my terrain is the Arctic, right?
Good to know. Still a bit chilly, though. You both eventually kind of slip out of consciousness. Again, maybe one of you a little more easily than the other. But it's not very restful. You find yourselves, each of you, in your dreams, just alone in a nearly lightless, damp stone chamber, maybe a dungeon of some sort. You're shackled to a stone block wall facing a rusted cell door. It seems to open to a vacant hallway. Scanning every inch of the cell that you find yourself in, you see nothing. Nothing to see, nothing to hear, but a slow, steady drip in some distant corner beyond your sight. Then you see it. A figure standing just beyond the bars of your cell. That couldn't have been there before, could it? As you study it and focus on it, your eyes grow kind of tired. And you blink. It's closer. Much closer. Standing just opposite you, no more than 6 feet away, you can see its eyes glow a dull, smoldering red. The only perceptible sign of life, perhaps? Try as you might, you can only fend off the burning in your own eyes for so long, before you're forced to blink again. You feel a warm sensation along the side of your neck, your shoulder, your chest and arm. Your already impaired vision blurs and fades, but not before you catch one last glimpse of the figure. No more than 3 feet away now. Wicked fangs bared in a sinister smile.
Wait,
Ron?
is this while we're sleeping or while we're asleep?
This is what you're experiencing as you're out.
Oh, okay.
And you could swear that's Ron that you're looking. You both awaken with a start, your necks almost unbearably warm, both of you feeling a little bit lightheaded. Malkar, your maximum HP decreases by 9.
Yum.
Yoan, yours decreases by 3. And neither of you gain the benefits of a long rest.
But I do, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Waking up, I'll put my hand to my neck and see if I feel blood or puncture marks or anything.
No, just really warm. And actually, the two of you who had the unsettling dream, go ahead and make perception checks. Okay. Malkar, you feel this odd, kind of cold, tingling sensation, sort of along the trunk of your body, like on either side. Not sure what that might have been, though.
I like lift up or like open my robe and look at my sides.
They seem normal.
I want to look at Ron and see if he looks suspicious.
I
Ron
mean, let's see.
is well, would I have gotten up by now, or would I have still been
Could
asleep?
have.
I mean, did Rick Tavio never wake me for my watch?
You both kind of jolt awake. Actually, I would say Ron is probably still asleep at this point.
Okay.
And maybe 10 minutes after you both wake up and kind of get your bearings, Rotavio comes to get Yoan up.
I want to tell Rick Tavio of my strange dream. To see if he has any insight on it.
Okay. Yeah, he seems rather perplexed by this whole thing. Doesn't really ring a bell. Certainly doesn't seem natural by any means, but he's not sure exactly what it would be.
I also want to look at Melkar, because he's the only one I haven't looked at yet.
Okay. And what's Melkar doing after he wakes up?
I was inspecting my sides, and I guess I'll feel my neck as well.
Just very warm.
And my sides are cold.
Yeah, almost more of a tingling sensation.
Kind of like when you come inside out from the cold after you've been there a while and the heat suddenly hits. Like that tingly.
Sort of.
Can I do like an Arcana check on myself?
Sure.
Maybe there's like a spell cast on me.
You could identify yourself.
Well,
Well, no, it'll tell you what spells are on you.
Alright. Well, there's certainly been some sort of magic involved here. You kind of... It's not really something that you've known to be accessible to the humanoid races. Seems foul and corrupt and otherworldly in some sense. You kind of get a similar vibe from Yoan as you do from yourself, but for whatever reason, you seem a bit more attuned to whatever might have been affecting you.
So it feels familiar in the sense where it could have to do with maybe my patron or something similar to it.
I wouldn't say it feels familiar.
Okay. I guess I'll cast Identify. Well, do the ritual for Identify on myself.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't know how closely you were listening to my conversation with Rictavio, whether or not you heard me.
I was just wherever I was when I was sleeping.
What?
I was just wherever I was sleeping at, wherever I took the bite from the dream pastry.
I mean, but were you, like, trying to listen?
I guess you just use my passive. It's 16.
Okay, I mean, was Yoan trying to be secretive about the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead and make a stealth check.
Yeah.
Melka knows.
You could listen to it if you wanted to.
I'll cast identify myself first, and then I'll see if it's the same thing with him afterwards.
Okay. This isn't a spell in the traditional sense, but through the use of identify, I suppose you could gather that you've been magically touched by something from another plane.
Do I know the effects of it?
Well, it seems to be draining your strength somehow. Your vigor, I guess, would be a better term.
I was gonna say life force.
That too.
Was it like a psychic vampire or something? Like an astral plane? I don't know.
Vampires are aliens. Obviously.
Is there any kind of check I could make to potentially? Oh, I guess the Arcana. He told me. I don't have anything to get rid of it.
I'm just sleeping through the whole thing.
I guess I'll talk to you and mention what happened in the dream. Say I had the same dream.
Yeah, then I'll ask you what you know about it. Tell me the results of your identify.
Yeah, I'll mention that it was not particularly a spell, but some kind of creature from another plane touched us magically somehow and drained our life essence in a sense. I don't know particularly exactly what it is, and I don't have anything to cure it.
Well, I don't have anything right now, but I'll think about maybe I'll find a spell that I can use.
Alright. Maybe I could find something in my book. And I'll just sit down against the wagon, like the wheel of the wagon, and start reading.
I will think about my about all the spells I know to see if something would be helpful.
Okay. Around this time, Rictavio kind of, pokes his head in and, checks on the two of you, having probably overheard that you both had the same experience. And as well, would you like me to stay on watch then?
I can take over the watch.
If you're sure.
I'm gonna step as well on the way I'm going back to sleep after that.
Yeah. Get some sleep.
All right. He, makes his way over to his bedroll, and the tiger kind of lays down at his feet. Still somewhat alert, keeping an eye out, but it would seem that where he goes, the tiger goes. All right. Anything else the two of you would like to do while you're awake?
Like just going back and forth between reading and keeping an eye out on things.
Okay. And that's it for Yoan?
Yep.
Alright. So after a few more hours, the sky begins to grow less dark. Light would be a stretch, but less dark.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, based off what Malkar figured out, is it like we have magic affecting us, or
Um. So essentially, what he was able to glean is that yes, there is somehow magic wrapped up in this. It's not a spell in the traditional sense.
but is it like a magical effect?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check to maybe potentially link it to destroying those stones and whatnot?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Maybe it was like a curse placed on us.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know what those stones were, and well, you destroyed them, and this happened. So it's entirely possible that you could have angered someone or something.
Hmm.
Can I turn to Melkar? I'm gonna turn to Melkar and say, well, I think I can do something about this, but I'll need to sleep. So if you can keep watch, I will try to sleep.
Alright. I'll climb back up onto the top of the wagon where I was when we were still walking. And I'll sit up there for watch. And I won't read the book.
Okay. So, are you doing this kind of toward the well, okay. At what point in the night are you trying to go back to sleep?
Probably towards the beginning of my watch.
Okay.
I guess near the beginning.
All right. Okay. So you kind of settle back in and attempt to find a little bit of rest. That's certainly a bit more of a task, but you do eventually lose consciousness, and you find yourself again kind of in a foreign place. You are seated near the end of what looks to be an impossibly long banquet table with your companions. Your two party members are seated across from you, just sitting there, stoic, eyes forward, hands in their laps, not moving. Seated at the nearby head of the table is a figure that you recognize as Strahd von Zarovich. A wicked grin kind of curling up on his face. As he kind of surveys the group seated at this table in front of him, he waves a finger, summoning a figure from the shadows. Slowly and deliberately, Rictavio steps into the light. His face devoid of expression. He draws a small, rusted blade from its sheath and approaches Malkar from behind.
What?
Tilting Malkar's head back with one hand, He draws the blade close to the warlock's neck and just begins to run the blade back and forth, back and forth. Like a cross-cut saw working through an ancient tree. It seems to go on for ages. The head eventually just rolls off the shoulders, hitting the plankwood floor with a resounding thump, and you're jolted awake once again. Once again, not receiving the benefits of a long rest. And losing another 9 off your hit point maximum.
I wake up and I turn to Malkar and I say, "Fuck that."
Did you have another nightmare?
Yes. And I'll tell Malkar what it is.
I just rub my neck and to say lovely.
At this point, am I awake?
You're probably about getting there. We'll say yes.
Okay. I just walk out, and I guess, do I see Malkar sitting on the thing? On the, wagon?
Yeah, or wherever he's sitting.
Okay. I'll say, oh, Malkar, you're up early.
Didn't really sleep.
Oh. You reading that book?
It wasn't because of my book.
Oh. What was it?
Yo and I were attacked somehow in our sleep. Don't know by what or exactly the means of doing it. But I wasn't about to go back to sleep and have it happen again. And it did happen to Yoan again.
Wait a second. Yoan did it twice?
Yeah.
What an idiot. Anyway, well, it didn't happen to me. I mean, I was back home playing concert, having fun. No, I had a really good night. Sleep. A little chilly, but not too bad. Where's Rictavio?
For reference, he is still asleep with his tiger kind of at his feet, curled up. The tiger seems to have dozed off at some point in the night, too.
Do you tell me this, Melker?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess I'll, so is the top of the wagon, would I be able to, like, get up there and lay down like I'm, like, trying to lay and get suntan? Like people used to do on top of vans?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. Just lay up there and try to take in whatever little bit of sun there is. Or lack thereof. I'm gonna try, alright?
I turn to Malkar and ask, "Do you think we can sleep in the daylight?"
Probably has to be somewhere in a house. Only thing I can think of.
It's probably because you guys slept on the ground.
I don't know how we're gonna get there.
Get where?
Anywhere.
I mean, I got a thought, but I don't know if you want to try for a third failure.
What do you mean?
I could always cast my little hut, and nothing magical can go in and out of there.
Oh. That would be a good idea. I guess I'll try that.
Do we want to wait another bit and try that?
Why should we wait?
Okay. I mean, I guess if we're gonna do that, I'll just friggin' cast it and I'll take a nap myself. Even though I just got up, I'll hotbox the shit out of the thing and pass out.
I guess I'll.
Have a drug-induced sleep.
Yep. Hey, it'll help you pass out. So
You can certainly try.
Can I not?
Oh. Okay, fine. As soon as Yoan passes out, I light one up and just start smoking.
I was gonna just say that. I was gonna say it into your mind.
Does it wake me up?
I'm not like blowing it at Yoan. I'm just smoking it. Melkar and I are sitting there smoking it.
Believe it or not, it does smell still.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
But we're sitting on the opposite
I'm
side of you.
I'm sleeping.
Yep.
Okay. This time, Yoan again drifts off, trying to find some much-needed sleep at this point. And yeah, you seem to make it to your comfy, cozy little dreamland, whatever that might be for you, Yoan.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it would certainly take a while to get a long rest in, but if no one interferes, that could happen.
I mean, it's not like we can really go anywhere.
Okay. So a minimum of 6 hours go by.
Okay.
I wake up with the benefits of a long rest.
You do.
You also wake up to just Cheech and Chong style.
Okay.
Melkar and I are sitting there just drooling on ourselves.
Do we get our max health back, or is that permanent?
So first of all, did Malkar take that as a long rest as well, or at least attempt to?
Yeah, I wanted to after about 10-15 minutes of smoking with Ron.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, then Ron's sitting there just drooling all over himself, just high as a fucking kite.
All right. So those of you who have been affected, you are still missing maximum HP. But everything that you are able to gain back, you do.
Okay. Hit die, is that you gain half back on the up or down?
You round down.
Okay. So 4.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a spell. Upon waking up and still feeling less strong than I usually do, I'm going to cast this. It won't let me cast it, Eric.
Oh,
You shall
also,
not cast.
point of interest, Yoan, go ahead and roll a retroactive perception check for something.
1 second. Okay. Maybe I can. There's some problems happening.
So it would seem.
Well, I just have a box there now.
Okay.
No, I don't know what to do with that. Oh, okay, I got to go away. Do I notice anything?
You notice a similar cold sensation along your sides that Melkar had mentioned experiencing before. And that would have been as you woke up from your second unsuccessful sleep.
I'm gonna cast this. And choose my self.
Yourself. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if that works.
I guess I'll. I mean, this is kind of weird worded oddly. Like, should I cast it on the magical effect?
Um.
I would think you would target yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Says choose one creature, object, or magical effect.
I couldn't
Yeah.
inspire Yoan, could I? Or couldn't have retroactively?
I would allow it.
Okay. I'll say, as soon as Yoan wakes up, I'll say, oh, you're up, good. Hey, you're looking a lot better. Just a little boost of confidence. And that will be my inspiration.
That's a d6?
D8, I believe.
D8. Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, and then for this, I'm gonna kind of have to house rule DC, but yeah, go ahead and make the associated check.
Okay. So let's just do this one. I don't know. Unless I want to cast this on Melkar.
Yeah, just do it on yourself first.
Oh, the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level 4 plus 4. Yeah, well, I'm doing it on myself. I guess I'll roll a D8 too. Safe. 24.
Alright. So as you cast the spell, you do suddenly feel kind of a wave of strength and vitality wash over you once again, and you do regain your lost HP.
Woo! I'm probably still at the lower hit points, right? But I'm back at my normal max.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I feel better.
Yeah, you feel considerably better.
Yay! So I'm gonna turn to Melkar and I said, that I feel a lot better now. Would you like me to try casting the spell on you?
I would appreciate it.
Ron, do you encourage me?
I encourage this.
You make me feel good about my success.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is you're doing great, Yoan. You're doing great. As I pull out my didgeridoo, just
16.
Okay. Let's see. This is a close one, but let's get into the details.
The high level spell.
I mean, I guess.
high level area.
It only needs to be, what, 6 or higher?
Hmm. would say this. Yeah, you make it. And
Oh.
so, Malkar, you also feel this wave of vitality, kind of renewed vigor wash over you. And while you don't get the hit points back, you do at least extend your maximum back to where it was.
Does it feel like ecstasy?
It feels like suddenly you just have more potential for vitality in yourself, and it just feels great.
About this time, Melkar notices a joint being passed to him.
Hmm. Don't mind if I do. And I give Ron a couple gold.
Oh, okay. Uh, and then about this time, I drop the sphere.
Okay.
I cast as a ritual that to clean up the camp.
Okay.
Gonna have to teach me that sometime.
Yep.
But yeah, did I ever figure out when they're identifying those jewels if there's anything special about them?
No, they just seem like jewels.
Okay.
He didn't get anything from identifying a dream pastry, did he?
Not really.
Okay.
But I learned the ingredients.
Do you want to learn the ingredients?
Kinda.
Yes, please.
Oh, the usual, egg, flour, bit of water, ground up human, and some, secret blend of herbs and spices.
I have to remember that for later.
Sweet. Yeah. I'll just watch Yoan do his thing.
Okay. And do his thing he does. The camp is promptly cleaned up and everything put away in its proper place. Fires extinguished, garbage disposed of, and for long, party is ready to go. And Rictavio just kind of, wakes up and stretches and, oh, how's everyone feeling?
Better thanks to Yoan.
I feel fine.
I dispelled the effect that was affecting us.
Well, that's good to hear. It's good to know that something can be done about whatever that was.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. A bit stiff after a long night's sleep on the ground, but well, certainly better than it would seem our friends were when last I left them.
Yeah, I slept pretty well.
Are we ready to go?
I'm already laying up on top of the wagon.
Yeah, Rictavio kind of looks around and grabs, it looks like a piece of jerky out of his bag, and yeah, after kind of scarfing that down and letting the tiger back into the wagon, he
I
seems
had
just
my
about ready.
servants find some food for us too.
Okay.
Does Ricapio still have the holy symbol? Or did he ever give it back?
Last I knew, he still had it because you gave it to him.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure he still has it.
Alright.
But yeah, so barring any other concerns, it would seem the party is ready to continue on toward the village of Barovia.
Okay. I turn into a horse.
All right.
I prestidigitation and clean the horse. Just, quick
The horse
cleaning.
gives you a glare because, yes.
Okay. Well, after that, I'll hop in with the tiger.
Okay.
Just gonna climb back up on top and pour out the last bottle of Red Dragon Crush and slowly sip on it as we go and drink my book with the other hand.
Now, I hate to be the one to ask this, but what the fuck happened to the kids overnight?
They probably slept with in the tires thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were fine.
Okay.
No harm came to the children.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Again.
They're-
Well, yeah.
They're there, right? Like, they're up top.
Yeah, they're sitting once again with Rictavio.
Oh. Okay. All right. I'm good then. I was just. It was one of those moments of, oh shit, where are the kids?
Yep. All right. So, yeah, you hit the road again, passing through the large gates near which you made camp for the last night. Kind of twisting and turning around the foothills of Barovia once again until you reach a bridge that crosses over the Ivlis River. Malkar and Yoan, go ahead and make perception checks.
I hope Yoan perceives it.
And actually, I would say Ron could even make one at disadvantage.
Yeah. Sweet.
Aww, my first bad roll of the night.
Hooray!
All right, so Yoan, you are the only one who seems to notice the loud and jovial accordion music coming from what looks like kind of a lesser tread path off to the left of the road that you're traversing. You can do with that information what you will.
I will nicker loudly.
All right.
Do I notice this?
Make a perception check at disadvantage because you're in a box.
Yep. Nope.
I notice all the things, finally, again.
Finally, again.
Yep.
All right.
Or at least you
Look-
notice Yoan making a ruckus.
I look down at Yoan and use my awakened mind and say what's going on.
I respond with what you told me.
There is loud, jovial accordion music off to the left.
I guess I'll look over there.
So we're like here, right?
No, you're not that far yet.
Oh.
You're like here.
Isn't the gate like here?
Yes.
So there's music down here.
There's music, somewhere in this area.
Okay.
Yeah. So, passing that on, what does Melkar do then?
I guess I'll say, do you want to explore it?
Well, we can't bring the wagon there.
You might be able to.
No. Well, maybe. Ask Octavio.
I guess I'll
And Ron.
just speak aloud and ask Octavio if he wants to go and explore the accordion music in the woods.
At this point, I poke my head up out of the little trapdoor. What?
There's accordion music off in the distance in the woods.
Ooh, it might be a bard. Yeah, let's go.
Rictavio seems to have a bit of hesitation in his manner. He's visibly a bit stressed. And after thinking it over, says, well, if you think it's wise, but, well, just be on the lookout. I don't trust the people of these woods.
There's people in these woods?
Indeed there are.
The horse rolls his eyes.
Oh. Yeah, maybe we should just pass, then.
Could always come back once we drop off the kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do have the... Hi, kids. Yeah, we do have the kids. Yeah, let's,
Could always use the kids as an offering.
Wait, what?
Peace offering.
Oh. To what, Barovia?
Whoever's in the woods playing the accordion.
That's not what kids are for. No, we'll take the kids back to Barovia.
Suit yourself.
The horse looks kind of alarmed when Melkor suggested using the kids as an offering.
He's picturing the horse's eyes going wide.
Dramatic look gopher, except it's a horse.
Pretty much. Okay. So you continue on then along the main path through the woods?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. It doesn't take you all that long. Probably a couple hours or so weaving your way through the, well, most tamed areas of the woods. Following the path, through trees and the hills and eventually crossing over the Ivlis River once again. And heading down the straightaway to the village of Barovia. And as you ride into town, kind of survey your surroundings, and well, it seems not very much has changed around here since your last visit.
I don't remember our last visit.
Well, you probably wouldn't remember the end of your visit.
Yes. Yeah, in character, I don't remember our last visit. We didn't get run out of here, right, guys?
Barovia?
Yeah.
No, we left to come save you, and then we went from the castle to Balaki.
Ah. Okay.
I guess Delmore's still alive.
We probably should go... Yeah. We could go talk to Gadoff, too. Let him know that, Izek may not be too big of an issue anymore. And get my monkey. 'Cause I think
Is there an inn in this town?
There is sort of an improvised inn. in that the Blood of the Vine, where your favorite barkeep works, also has a few rooms for rent.
Is there like a stable-ish area that has room for this wagon over there?
Not so much a dedicated stable area, but they could probably find space to accommodate it in a little side alley or something.
I go over there to park the wagon and become not a horse.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of pull up into this side alley next to the Blood of the Vine, and seeing no one is around, just revert back to your native form, leaving the wagon just sort of parked there.
Um, and I turn to the little girl and I say, and I describe the house that Malcar lit the door on fire to see if that's where she lived.
um. All right. She listens to your description and says, "No, I think I know the place you're talking about, but that is not my family."
Okay. Well, do you know where they are so we can bring you there? And I turn to the boy and ask him where he's from. Like, are they siblings?
The boy doesn't say anything. Um, the girl is pretty open and engaged. She actually tells you, I, I don't want to go back home. Mother and father gave me to the purple lady.
Okay.
To Irina then.
Yeah.
Yep. She'll know what to do. You'll love her. She's great.
She is. I only met her once or twice, but she was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. And then I look at Yoan and message and say, I hope to hell she's still there.
and I just nod and say me too. In head speak.
In hidden.
In yep.
I want to speak and hidden into the little boy's mind and ask him why he's not talking.
No response.
Talk.
Okay.
Tell us your problems.
All right. What's the DC on that for reference?
15.
All right. Question is, does he know how to put his problems into words?
What is he, like a 2-year-old?
I mean, he's a younger boy, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 4.
Should know at least like basic sentences.
Right, but it's kind of a complex problem. Let's see. So, specifically, you told him to talk, and tell you his problems. Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever is bothering him.
Okay. Well, in that case, it just says, nothing is bothering me. This is just how I am.
Uh,
Seems like that's how he is.
You just got told.
I want to keep an eye out on him.
guess we head to Irina's.
All right. So, yeah, you.
Are these kids terrified of my appearance
As a horse?
as a half orc?
Oh.
Wait, you're green? Um, they don't seem overly terrified. I mean, bear in mind they just spent some nondescript amount of time in cages being presumably prepped for consumption by whatever those purple things were.
And well, we saved them, so
Yeah, I mean, kind of by default, that would make you seem like at least the lesser of two evils.
I dangle my staff down with that tentacle on it and just dangle it in front of him.
Okay, the boy doesn't respond at all, and the girl kind of like, like weird frowny. The hell is that?
I gently flop it out of her face.
Just kind of like ducks behind Yoan.
I glare at you.
Guess I'll pull my staff up, and as it's going, slide the tentacle against Yoan's arm.
Yoan doesn't react.
Aww. Guess I'm done.
I sneeze and cast prestidigitation, or fake sneeze, and like when I sneeze,
You
a little.
should cast face your mic.
Really? I'm literally like sitting at it.
I mean, you're good now.
Okay. Well, I fake sneeze, and as soon as my face hits my hands, prestidigitation. I'm gonna shoot just like a little firework.
Okay. So, yeah, the boy again just kind of like poker face. The girl kind of like jumps and her eyes go wide, and it like takes her a second to process, but she kind of giggles and yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So yeah, you're heading back down to Irina and Eastmark's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So from the Blood of the Vine, you head south along the road that passes by Bildrath's Mercantile and the home, the door of which has certainly seen better days. All the way down to the end of the street, where you reach once again the relatively large, certainly by comparison to any home here, sprawling mansion of, the recently deceased burgomaster and his children, Ismark and Irina. You can see that there are still scorch marks and claw marks and other sorts of divots and chunks taken out of the exterior of the building and the immediate surroundings. And as you approach, you can see that the large double doors that form the front entrance of the home have been beaten and splintered, and one of them hangs crooked, slightly ajar, dangling off the hinge.
Keep the kids out here, Yoan, Malkar. Let's go investigate.
I nod at Ron.
Wait, you're telling me to go investigate on my own?
No, I said you and I go investigate.
Okay. Guess I'll hop down and poke my head in.
I will go with him.
All right. So you make your way into the entrance of the Burgomaster's mansion and see pretty much the same thing you've seen in the exterior of the building. Burn marks and claws and just large holes punched in various surfaces all around. There are no immediate signs of life. Go ahead and make a perception check. Anyone who's in here.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good rolls. I had like 1 or 2 bad ones.
Alright. You look around and find initially nothing, and then as you kind of survey the outermost rooms from the entryway, you do see what looks like a kind of just crumpled, matted mess of a body. Seemingly humanoid, but a bit furry.
Is it dead?
Well, it's not moving.
Generally, mangled bodies are dead. But I guess when dealing with undead, they might not be.
I'm gonna walk up near it and just kind of poke it with my staff.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up too.
Alright. As you poke it, it rolls over and just reveals that it is, in fact, the deceased body of, well, some sort of man-wolf hybrid.
Huh. Wonder
Wait.
what killed it.
Is there an upstairs?
This is on the ground floor.
Okay.
I look over at Malkar and say, huh, what, wonder what killed it.
I don't know. Let's go
Typical
look.
horror movie line.
Is there an upstairs that we can go to? Or
Yeah.
downstairs?
Well, there's certainly an upstairs. You can see kind of a flight of stairs leading up almost immediately from the entryway.
Wherever Malkar goes, I am backing him up.
Okay.
I'll go upstairs.
Alright. Go ahead and both of you make investigation checks.
Oh, there's another battle.
Alright. So it would seem a lot of the action was kind of funneled to this staircase here. And while it seemed to probably linger there for quite some time, given the amount of damage that's been dealt in the immediate area, you can see signs that the conflict ended up going upstairs and deeper down the hallway that kind of branches off from the second story landing. Again, there are just scratches and scorch marks and divots out of practically every surface, leading all the way down the hall to one of the farthest rooms, where you see a door half broken down, the top half entirely missing, again just kind of swinging aimlessly on its hinge. It's one remaining hinge. And you see, as you peer into this room, what looks like a pretty substantial amount of pooled blood. on the floor. You see another crumpled, furry form off in one corner, seemingly impaled on some sort of metallic object. You see a broken window on the far wall.
Alright, at this point, I'm gonna cast Sending on Irina. And I'm just
Okay.
gonna say, Irina, are you alive? Are you okay? At your house, it's trashed. What's going on? We have kids for you. And then that'll be it.
All right, that's quite the message.
Yes.
She says, in return, you do get a response, and she says, "Alive, uh, in the woods, Sayre Pool. You gather that's some landmark of some sort.
Okay.
Eastmark missing. Stay safe."
Okay. I reiterate, like, I'll go back down and reiterate everything to Yoan and Octavio, who I hopefully he knows what, you said, what was that place called?
Sayre Pool. It's spelled Tser. Pool.
T-S-E-R. Pool. Okay, yeah. I say, we need to get these kids somewhere safer, but, that's where Irina is.
All right, you convey the whole Sayre Pool thing to Rictavio?
Yes.
All right. He gets this annoyed look on his face, like, "Oh, well, it would appear we're going to swing by the musical folks anyway, then."
Put my arms up and I'm just like, woo!
I kind of chuckle at the irony. And I also convey that, whatever, shit. Ismark is missing as well.
Okay. Yeah, Rictavio is not intimately familiar with the family of the burgomaster around here. So.
No, this was more to Yoan.
Okay.
But, I see, yeah, we probably shouldn't stay here.
Should we bring the kids there if she's on the run?
Leave them at the barkeep.
We could possibly leave them here. Like, have them just get them a room. I've got some gold. I could get them a room for a bit. Then he'll take care of them.
Well, we don't want her parents finding out she's here.
Who else do we know in this city? Oh, we could go to, what the fuck is his name? The toy maker. Gadoff, I think it is, right? No.
Well, at this point, Rictavio chimes in and says, "You're referring to Blinsky?"
Yeah. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's in Vlaki, isn't it?
It is.
Shit.
I mean, we can see if the lady with the boarded up house will take care of them.
There's no door.
Wait, the owners of the Blood of the Vine, Alenka, Mirabelle, and Sorvia, do we know them? Do we ever meet them?
You haven't actually dealt with them. You just kind of heard of them.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I just have them in my notes. So, well, oh, there was a no. That was yeah. Did oh, we don't want to take it to the chapel because that's where. Yeah, that guy's evil.
What guy's evil at the chapel?
The guy who locked his son in the basement.
His son is a vampire.
Still not right.
Should he have killed him?
Yeah. I look at Rictavio. Do you have any ideas where we could take the kids?
Well, as I had mentioned before, I'm not exactly familiar with this particular settlement.
I guess let's go ask the barkeep. I mean, he'd probably be the only one to know.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then, did you join us at this time, Melkar, or were you standing right there, or what?
I mean, I followed. Wait, where did you go?
I went back out front to talk to them.
Well, yeah, I'm not staying in a house that's been ransacked by myself.
Oh, okay. At this point, I'm messaging, just say, man, this is why I fucking hate kids.
Who'd you message?
You.
Oh.
Saying this is why I fucking hate kids.
Not their fault.
You don't know.
I guess I'll respond back saying, what do you want to do with them?
I don't know. If we don't do something fast, I don't know. We need to just find something to do with them.
Do you want to rent a room somewhere and put them all in it?
Yeah, we could do that. That's what I suggested too. Well, we'll have to talk to Yoan about it, and then I'll head out. Bear in mind, this was all like message conversation, just all in the mind.
Well, I could have just opened up mine while talking to you, so you didn't have to keep casting it.
That's fine then. Once you did it, I just thought back and forth to you.
Okay. So you head back out, and what's the plan?
I guess go to the bar. Take the kids to the bar and get them a room.
All right.
And I say, "Oh, Rictavio, you'll get to meet you'll get to meet the awesome bartender. His name's Eric."
Well, I guess this will be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. And so you head back to the Blood of the Vine then?
Yep.
Okay. So walking back along the street, you just pass by a number of kind of drab, boarded-up houses, and a couple that have been seemingly broken into or what have you. You pass by the house with the broken door, the mercantile, and you find yourself at the sort of hub of the village where the Blood of the Vine is located. As you walk in the kind of swinging double doors that open into the main tavern portion of the building, you see a pretty dead-looking place. I mean, granted, it's probably a little after lunchtime at this point, given the extra long rest and everything. But yeah, the only ones that you see in the tavern at this point are three look to be females kind of huddled around, speaking in somewhat hushed voices at one table, and a familiar figure behind the bar, a pudgy little man by the name of Eric Lorensk.
I walk in and say, "Hey, Eric, what's up?"
He just keeps cleaning the glass that he has in his hand, meticulously making sure that every little drop of water is wiped away before sliding it down and grabbing another.
Right. I'll sit down at the bar. Say, what kind of specials do you have today?
Keeps polishing the glass. No specials.
What do you have in general?
We have wine. We have parsnips. We have meat. And that's it. He just stops.
While listening, I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds cool." And I want to use that to make the bar counter shake and try to make the glasses fall off.
He kind of gives you this unamused look and kind of holds one arm out to like prevent them all from rattling off the edge. It's just a look that says like, "Are you done?"
This seems like a dump. Can I look over at the people that are in here and kind of gaze them over and see if they look like common folk or if they're, whatever? I don't know.
30 rare ravens.
No,
Any
furry people sitting there?
they just look like regular citizens, or they look like they're doing better.
Well, they're certainly dressed a bit differently than many of the folk you see in Barovia. I mean, where typically you see a lot of dull grays and browns and just general mud and shit colors. These ladies are all dressed in bright, vibrant colors, a number of tassels and assorted baubles kind of hanging off of their clothing and wrists. Well, they seem like outsiders of sorts as compared to anyone else you've seen.
They're just sitting like at a round table, right?
Yeah, I think like a kind of a tall like cocktail table.
I want to grab a chair, and without saying anything, I just want to sit down next to one of them. Don't care which one. I don't have my hood down and everything. I'm not gonna say a word.
Okay. Their hushed conversation kind of comes to an abrupt end as one of them kind of looks up at you and says, "Hello."
Whatever one said that, I'll speak into her mind and say hi.
You're an interesting one.
You three as well. Where are you from?
I live here in the village.
Any news on the house down the way that was attacked recently?
You mean the old burgomaster's home?
I don't know whose it is. I don't care. I'm just curious.
Right. They just say, well, they probably angered the count, and well, no one does that and gets away scot-free.
Hmm. So what are the three of your names?
I am Mirabelle. This is Alenka, and this is Sorvia.
Nice to meet you. My name is Malkar, and I reach my hand out and shake their hand.
Now, is this all in the mind, or are you actually having a conversation?
Yep.
Okay, so you've only spoken to one of them, so you reach out and shake her hand, and as nothing has yet been said between you and the other two, you reach out and try to shake their hands?
Yeah, I just hold my hand out expectantly.
The two of them who haven't been interacting with you just kind of give Mirabelle a confused look, like, what? And she kind of gestures, like, go ahead, fine.
At this point, I walk over and say, Melkar, why are you bothering these fine young ladies? And I'll give a bow. And say, Ron Fosborn, and reach out to shake the one he was talking to's hand. Mirabelle, I believe, he said.
Okay. Yeah, they seem a bit more receptive to this approach.
I speak into Ron's mind and say, we're just talking. I don't want anyone to hear me. I just want to make it seem like they're all talking to nothing.
Fair enough. I say back into his mind. So I'll just strike up a very quiet conversation with Mirabelle.
Okay. And yeah, she's just, pleasantries. Oh, it's very nice to meet you. Welcome to the Blood of the Vine. I hope you have enjoyed your time here so far.
Oh yes, I love it. And the barkeep Eric, I love his personality. He's a great guy.
You're funny.
I've been told that, yes. Sometimes I can be funny, but I am by profession a bard, a performer.
Oh, very nice. There are a number of gifted performers and musicians in my family. I have a great appreciation for the arts.
Oh. Huh. How old is she?
Who, Mirabelle?
Like, yeah, how old does she look? Like, does she look like she's aged, or is she...
She's probably like mid-30s.
Okay. Well, I'll say, I may, with you willing, of course, I may have to come by later and show you a few performance tricks that I've picked up along my travels. For a wink.
Go ahead and make a charisma check.
Okay. Now I know why Scanlan was such a fucking bastard.
All right. Yeah, she sort of, you know, pats her eyelashes and says, "Oh, that could be interesting."
Well, where might I find you later?
Well, I have a home here in the village, or you could come and uh, come out to the party we are having this evening out in the woods.
Oh, where at?
Oh, over by the Serre pool.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, we'll come. Uh, we,
Is this allowed?
uh, kind of a hushed conversation, but yeah.
I'll say, chime in and say we were just heading over there.
Yeah, we need to head over there anyway.
Uh,
But there is.
at this point, I tap Ron
Yeah?
and say that uh, one of the kids needs to talk to you. And I grab your arm and say, can I respond to your messages? Right?
Uh,
So,
okay, yeah, I'll turn around and say, and message you, what?
like, no one is supposed to know that Irina's in the woods there. I don't think this party is up to any good. They may want to hurt her.
I'll message back and say, oh.
Can I do an insight check on these ladies to see if they seem, evilish?
evilish. Sure.
See if they look like vampire or, yeah, insight. Can I
mean,
see if they have pointed teeth?
sure. Make a perception check. You see no pointy teeth. In fact, their mouths are closed.
So I turned her on. Maybe you can see if you can get more information from them and try to figure out their motives.
I message back and say, right, will do. And I turn back to her, to
And I'd say do it secretly.
yeah. I just give a nod. I turn back to Mirabelle, and,
I'd be like, but wait, you need to go talk to this kid to be secretive. So I grab him by the arm and bring him over to the kid.
and I walk over to... Is it the boy or the girl?
The girl, because she actually talks.
Oh, okay. I'll walk over and say, well, we can't take you to Irina's house. Do you have anywhere else in the village that you would like to stay, or any other safe place in the village that you know of?
I don't really know anyone else.
How about here? Would you like to stay at the inn?
Sure, I suppose. Better than going home.
We'll see if we can find someone to take you in. There's no good place. Everywhere is in trouble.
Yes, and where we're going tonight, you probably don't want to. So,
And I turn to you and I'm like, you should message Irina.
I cannot.
Trogdor to do it.
Trogdor.
Malkar.
Maybe we can. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So.
Okay.
And I'll walk back over and just kind of chat up Miravel.
Alright.
While they were talking to each other, can I speak into Miravel's mind and ask what's going on over at the pools?
Sure. To which
Lots of
she
mind
responds.
speak.
Yeah. To which she responds, that is where a number of my people live. Simply going to spend the night with them and dance and be merry.
Okay, so what kind of languages do you speak?
Are you asking her what languages she speaks?
Yeah.
Okay. I speak the common tongue. Let's see. Yeah, she speaks the common tongue, and she also knows how to speak Elvish.
Wait, is she half elf?
Doesn't look like it.
Hmm. In response, I'll just start listing off. Well, I'll be like, "Is that it?" And I just start listing off all the languages I know.
You just get a response of, "Oh, well, good for you."
Not impressed by knowing like 6+ languages.
No response.
I'm gonna speak into Ron's mind, tell him to go outside and tell Yoan secretly.
Do what now?
Go outside.
Why?
I'll catch up. Be like 10 seconds.
Well, but we're gonna try to find a place for these kids to stay tonight.
Alright, I'll wait then.
Wait on what?
I respond to Malkar and say that I ask him to message Irina and ask her if these people are actually meant to be out there.
I don't have the ability to do that.
Oh, dang it.
Not yet.
This would be interesting. Maybe we should head out earlier. I tell you, like, maybe we should head out there as soon as we take care of the children.
Okay.
And ask you to pass that on to Ron.
Alright, I'll tell him. I'm gonna wait near the door.
Okay. So.
Go and get a room for the children.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll pay 10 gold for ask how much 10 gold will buy me in food and rooms. Food and room for them. How long they'll last.
Okay. Yeah, you gather that would probably last almost 2 weeks.
Okay. So yeah. I leave that there.
Okay.
Just curious, how big is the entire ground floor, like, room of this bar?
Just the room or the whole floor?
The room that everyone's at a table and the barkeep himself.
Let's see, probably call it like 40 by 60.
Alright.
Okay. So, yeah. What's everybody else doing?
And then I'll go wait with Malkar. After getting the kids settled in their room and asking if they need anything else.
And yeah, no, they say that they're fine. Or at least the girl says that they're fine.
Okay.
I buy 9 silver pieces worth of just meat.
Okay. You have 9 silver pieces worth of meat.
Is it raw?
Sure. I don't care. However, how much is it? Like, how much is that?
Let's see. I'd call that probably. Well, you'd probably get like 7 pounds. Let's call it.
Okay. Cool. I take it and I will take a pound off and hop down into the trapdoor and hand it to the tiger.
Okay.
Animal friendship?
No, I'm not gonna cast that. I mean, it already knows I mean it no harm.
All right. So yeah, you climb down and hand the pound or so of meat over to the tiger. It takes it, pretty eagerly. Certainly seems a bit hungry, and you see as you kind of climb in, and well, as you raise the hatch to then kind of climb in and feed the tiger, you see him sniffing.
I say, "Yep, this is for you." And I guess if he's right there, I'll kind of lower it down, just kind of gingerly, as long as he isn't gonna snap at me, I'll lower it right down to him and let
Yeah,
it, give it to him
he
nice.
takes it pretty nicely.
Okay. And I'll just look down and say, if you want more, I can have a little bit more for you too.
And just like digs into the pound that you gave him. And before long, kind of looks back up.
Expectantly, like, for more.
I mean, if you had to guess what a saber-toothed tiger's expectant face looked like, probably be something like that.
Okay. So I'll get another probably half a pound and
Okay.
lower it down, give it to him.
All right.
And then after that, I'll say I'm all out, and I will go and give the rest to Octavio.
All right.
And just say this is for, for the tiger. He's pretty cool.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be mean, but he actually turned out to be pretty cool.
Well, yeah, he has a certain type that he likes, and well, you seem to be getting along quite well, so at least you've got that going for you.
Just out of curiosity, what type does he like? He told Yoan that he liked fancy people.
Octavio kind of furrows his brow, like,
At this point, I will message Octavio and say, I've done some shit. I've seen some shit. I'm just curious. I just want to know, what is it you've had him do?
that's where we'll pick it up next time.
No, I wanted to do something. Can you show me like a map of the inside of the bar if there is one?